Okay guys, today's video is going to be a vlog style video, and it's really to explain what goes on here at my art studio when I'm not getting painting done. Okay, so normally on Friday I would probably drop either a product review, mainly it's a painting video, and I think that's what you guys are actually usually tuned in for, right? You like the product reviews, you like the painting tutorials, the demos, that sort of thing. Well, today is actually Wednesday, and you can see here's a bit of the chaos that occurs in my studio. They just knocked a full bowl of water down. Okay, so I've got water all over my floor. Yeah. I love these puppies so much. But anyway, so okay, so normally Mondays I do a lot of painting and I start a piece, and I started a really big piece on Monday, and please tell me you're not peeing. And yes, we have a puddle on the floor. So a lot of my time is spent cleaning up after dogs. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of a rant. They lose their effing minds when they're together. They do great. You know, when I have one, or, you know, when Hannah's got her dog and I have my dog, they do great. They're like perfect little gentlemen, but when they're together, it's like chaos and they lose their effing mind. So I am cleaning up more dog pee. But what I was trying to get to was, oftentimes, like I usually start a new painting on a Monday, and now that I'm past the holidays, I can do that, but I can start something that's not a commission, and you know, paint what I want to paint, and that's always fun. And I did, and I'll show you what I started, and it will hopefully be next Friday's video. So I started a piece of a white-tailed buck in a field, and it's a pretty big piece. It's a 30 by 30, so you'll see that next week. But I took yesterday off from the studio to actually take some paintings to one of my art galleries in North Carolina. So that means I was here at the studio for a little bit collecting paintings, and if you look on the walls, you'll see a lot of blank spots. You can see that there's a lot of blank spots on my walls here, and it's because I took a lot of paintings to North Carolina. There's also, you know, some of those paintings were actually in my window, and therefore, yeah, they're actually not here in the studio now, which is good because they'll have an opportunity to be sold someplace else. But yeah, I don't want to make you all dizzy. So today's video is really just to show you what goes on in my studio on a daily, I won't say always a daily basis, but on average, it's what usually goes on here at the studio. And if you can hear, I have two very rambunctious standard poodle puppies running amok and pissing all over the floor and all that good stuff. So yeah, this is my life now. Now, what's interesting was, now this is usually what happens about 5 days a week. I have both poodles here, or at my house when my daughter works. Just because they're young, I don't want Teddy to have to be alone through the day, because he still has to have more than 1 or 2 meals a day. And, you know, unless she had somebody to go over there and take her dog out and feed him, et cetera, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's not optimum. So I agreed to go ahead and keep both pups here during the weekday. And she had both of the pups yesterday, and she was worn out, I could tell. But you could see, this is what part of our morning is like, and sometimes it escalates to a point where obviously I'm going to have to intervene. Okay, we're back. So, yeah, a lot of my day is spent breaking up, play fighting, but sometimes it gets escalating to a place where I'm not really happy. Right now they're playing tug of war with a donut. That's acceptable play. I'm good with that. That we can do. It's when they start sounding like they're ferocious, crazed animals, and I am not having any of that here. So back to what I was talking about. I think you got kind of getting the gist of what today's video is about. The chaos of trying to actually have a working art studio during the midst of chaos. And you know what? I bet regardless of what type of art, if you have a studio or whatever your life happens to be, carving out that time to actually create art during chaos, and we all have our forms of chaos, right? Everybody does. Mine happens to be in the form of 2 standard poodle pups. Keeping the peace. But yesterday, back to what I was doing, I actually took a whole bunch of paintings to North Carolina. So I wasn't in my studio for most of the day. Actually, for just the time I came in to wire a few pieces and, you know, just to load up my car, I was gone the whole day. And so that means there's one less day of painting that occurs here at the studio. And that means that's why we're not having a video for this Friday that's a painting video. So here we are. So what's gonna happen today is that I am actually going to be trying to work on the painting that I started, the one I just showed you of the white-tailed buck, and just try to keep my self together while managing these 2 dogs here at the studio. I have students coming later this afternoon, and one in particular who happens to be a she's a great dog whisperer. She'll help keep the peace. She's very calm and has a great energy that will help me a lot. I noticed that if I can keep myself calm, I can generally keep the dogs calm. And when they escalate, I escalate, and then they escalate. It's chaos, right? So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. That's what today's video is. And explaining the kind of things that goes on in my art studio on any given day. And today is just, like I said, today is Wednesday. Today I'll have students. Today I have dogs. And I will try to get some painting done. Oh yeah, and video for YouTube. So I'll try to do that as well. And so be patient with me. Getting a glimpse into my crazy life, all right? I think as long as I am willing to become a treat dispenser is about the only hope I have of getting these boys to settle so I can actually get some painting done. Right, Singer? You hear that? It's silence. If you've ever been a parent of a 2-year-old, you know sometimes that the sound of silence is not necessarily a good thing when you have kids that are actually awake. It could mean they're, you know, destroying something. No, actually they're sitting by their bowls, and that's good. Hopefully we'll just have some settled time and get some painting. So I'm gonna get back on this one and work for a while, and until the next, you know, once they need to go outside and walk and all that good stuff. So we'll probably do that here in just a minute. Boys. Come, boys. Go potty, boys. You know what to do. Good boy, Teddy. Mission accomplished. Now time to feed them. Come on, boys. Okay, lunchtime. At the Suzanne Barrett Justis Fine Art Studio and Gallery. We have Singer in the pen because he eats slower, and Teddy on the outside because he bolts his food. So we have to do it this way, or else Teddy will finish his up super fast and then try to eat Singer's. So this works. We seem happy. And this, folks, is the reason we have to keep one secluded and one not, because Singer's still eating his food, and Teddy's already tried to bust down the gate to get to Singer's food. It drives him nuts that right now all his food is gone and he's looking for any little bit of food there may be on the floor. So, sorry, dude. Possibly be. Actually, I know what it is. It's Singer's new collar and a leash and a pair of clippers. Meanwhile, here at the painting, progress is being made. Yes, the dogs did sleep for a little while, which allowed me to eat my lunch and work on this painting and field some phone calls, emails, and other business related stuff. So it's happening. It's progressing, and like I said, I just got a FedEx delivery, and the FedEx delivery brought Singer a new collar and leash and a pair of clippers so I can keep their feet and face neat and trim. So okay, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening, and I just wanted to show you where I kind of left off on today's video. The light's really strong in here because I have this overhead light here, but you can see I have worked, let's see if I can turn it off and see what you see. It's a little bit muted, but yeah, this painting is mainly about contrast, and that's what I'm working on here. And this little whitetail buck, I've not even put in his antlers yet because I want him to be more typical than my reference is showing. So time to wash out my brushes. Yeah, they're a mess. And yeah, it's been a good day. And I was pleased. Like I said, I had my student reeves here. I had a lot of folks come by the studio today. It was an especially warm day here in Kingsport, Tennessee. There was one woman who came in and she's just wearing a tank top, no jacket. And yeah, so that was kind of unusual, but yeah, it was really warm. It was really sunny, and it brought a lot of folks out. So that's cool. And so now I'm going to go ahead and wash my brushes out because that's what I do. This is what it was. People will come by my studio and they see this back door and they'll say, oh, what's behind them? What's back there? Is that a whole nother room? I'm like, yeah, that's where the magic happens because it's my really tiny, tiny bathroom. It's where I wash out my brushes, and it's you know, where I do bathroom stuff. But anyway, here we are. I'm gonna wash out the brushes. Okay, so it's 5:45 on Wednesday. I got a lot of painting done. Yeah, I did. I worked with my student Reeves, who, by the way, is an amazing woman in that she's also, not only is she a talented artist, but she's also really good with dogs. She has 2 dogs and she gets it, right? So, so she was able to help me today in managing the two dogs here today. So yeah, it was a good day. Got a lot done, worked on the painting. I have to say that I'm really pleased with the progress I'm making on it. Obviously, it's not going to be done this week, but I don't always finish a painting in a week. And it's no point in rushing it, right? I mean, not every piece is supposed to be completed for YouTube. That's just not how it works. And I am painting a larger piece. This painting that I'm working on is, what is this piece? This is a 30 by 30. And it's very hard for me to complete something in that period of time, especially under the circumstances where I am working with students and I am also have 2 crazy puppy dogs, and yeah, so it's not happening in a few days in time for me to do a piece. But I'm hoping that this deer piece will be available for YouTube next Friday. So yeah, stay tuned, right? But it's been a busy day. It's been a good day, and as an artist, we manage whatever's in front of us at the time, and yeah, students and puppies and paintings and all that good stuff. So thank you for sticking it out with me today. It was been a crazy day, but it's been a good day, I have to say. So, you know, hopefully you guys are also experiencing, are able to see the good stuff even in the crazy, and accomplishing works and getting it done, as they say. And yeah, here we are getting ready to breach into a brand new year. And I am hoping that we have, we start to see a diminishing COVID overload here, and that things will change for us. And yeah, I'm hopeful. This is going to be a good new year, right? So when this particular video airs, it'll be, I guess it'll be actually New Year's Day. So happy New Year's to all of you guys, and thanks for tuning in. And I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Yeah, this has been a nutty year, right, for everybody. And as an artist, I mean, we can all sit here and, I'm sorry, but we can all complain and bitch about what COVID has taken from us. But in fact, COVID's probably given me more than a lot of people might expect. I mean, if it wasn't for COVID, I probably wouldn't have started this YouTube channel. I wouldn't have done Patreon. I wouldn't have learned how to teach online. I mean, there's so many things that have happened as a result of this pandemic that I probably would have not anticipated. But here we are. And here it is, brand new year getting ready to happen. And like I said, by the time this video airs, it will be New Year's Day. And yeah, I'm excited about what the New Year's going to bring, and I hope that you are too. So again, thanks so much for sticking out with me and enjoying this particular video. And if you actually stuck it out to the very end of this video, hey, you know what? Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. And from Kingsport, Tennessee, thank you so much. And please consider subscribing if you aren't already a subscriber. And yeah, thank you. So see you later. Bye.